YouTube lives, and I'm so glad that I am back in business and I'm going on full strong for 2026. Okay, today's topic is quite controversial. As somebody who's been making vision boards for the past 3 years, is telling you today not to make vision boards. What's happening? Why? What is wrong in 2026, and why should you not make a vision board? Don't make a vision board if you doubt it. Don't make a vision board if you haven't taken out the time to actually think about what I want to do with my vision board and what I want to have in my vision board. Don't make a vision board just because it's fancy. Don't make a vision board just because people are talking about it and every influencer is doing it, or your friends are doing it, or anybody else is doing it. Don't make a vision board. Only and only make a vision board if you're 100% serious about it. And honestly, when you put things on a vision board, it doesn't like magically manifest. As somebody who believes, like fully believes in magical powers and somebody that everything I want happens, I also know for a fact, I am extremely practical about this, and I also know for a fact that you need to be ready to put in the work. If you are not ready to put in the work, do not make a vision board. If your friends, your family, your guru, everybody's telling you to make a vision board, don't make a vision board. Make a vision. If you really want a vision board, make it for yourself. Make it because you want to make it. Make it because it makes you happy. Make it because you actually want these things on your list. Okay, so this year I made a vision board. But this year I was very like I told you, right? I've been making my vision boards for about what, 3 years or more, like indirectly, but like very intentionally making my vision boards for the past 3 years. But I realized something that I would just put things on my vision board and forget about it, and like actually not put any actions in so that that vision board could actually come to life, which is something that we need to change this year. This is the year where we take actions on what we want on our vision board. So I'm just gonna quickly tell you how I made my vision board, and if you are interested, you can do it too. So what we would need is pretty simple. We would need a blank page from any of your books. It's a cold and chilly in Bangalore lately, so excuse me. All right. So, okay, I'm just gonna get one of the colored pens right here. So, couple of exercises that I like to do before I get into my vision board, or anything honestly, and even when I have to take like major decisions, is do one of these exercise, one of these exercises, which helps me calm my brain. So maybe you can just go around and Google like drawing exercises that helps you calm your brain. You'll be able to find these. All right. So vision boards, right? Vision boards were essentially made so that you can look at them consistently and decide that, hey, I need to work hard on it. For me, a vision board is because I want to look at this image on in front of me, and I want to actually put in the work. It is not because you there is like the power of manifestation, there's a power of like attracting what you look at. I truly do believe in all of that, but I also believe if you don't put in the work, you will not get there, and it is just stupid to assume that everything will be handed out to you on a plate, a silver platter. And if it does, it's amazing, but if it doesn't, you should be able to put in the work. Because you know what, there are very lucky people who would get everything that they want in their life. I have a feeling that you guys not be able to hear me because this topic is kind of cool and not a lot of people are showing up. So I'm just gonna go out and check if everything is working fine. All right, okay, 5 people. Great. That means the live is working and you guys are hopefully able to hear me. All right. While I have you guys, please subscribe. We have to hit our 1000 mark this year. All right. So here is a book or a page. First things that you need to do is take 15 minutes. Put a 15-minute timer on your phone and just do a brain dump. Write about everything that you can think of. If you don't remember anything from 2025, go to your phone, check out some of the images, and go writing. Keep writing and keep writing and keep writing about what happened in 2025. What did you like? What did you not like? what do you want to work on, what do you not want to work on. Do you like your job, do you like your partner, do you like what you're doing with your life right now, how far you've come, where you want to be, what is your next steps, and all of that. Like, put everything that you have in your head out on paper. And it's honestly not too late. Okay, I don't believe that vision boards need to be done on 1st of Jan. I do it because I just have to put some timeline in, otherwise my brain keeps procrastinating it. So there is no strict timeline when you should do a vision board. I have done vision boards even in like November. I've also done vision boards in December. So honestly, there's no stopping you. If you want to make a vision board, you just go ahead and make it. All right, first things first is that calms you down. Secondly, a big brain dump of anything and everything that you want to write from 2025, any emotional things that you went through, any breakups, uh, anything that hurt you a lot, anything that made you feel small, or like a job that you didn't like, or some person that you want to cut off. All of that you need to put all that brain dump out on paper. The next thing you do is make what I call a tic-tac-toe box. Okay, this is not visible at all. A tic-tac-toe box, how you play XOX. That's how you make this box. The first thing that you write in your box is career. The second thing that you write is finance. Now, this may change according to people, but this is what I think are the major things that we should focus on. The third thing I am writing personally is relationships. Now, relationships mean friendships, boyfriend girlfriend relationships, relationships with your brothers, cousins, family members, whoever. Great. What else? What else? I wanted this um, spirituality. What else? I've written things down, man. I just forgot. I've made my vision board 5 days back, and I am telling you how to make it, and I have already forgotten it, which is okay. I mean, that's life, right? Career and finance, relationships, health and wellness. Yes, of course. Health, wellness. Okay. Personal goals, lifestyle. Okay. Personal goals, lifestyle, and buy slash experience. I've done a very bad job at writing it down, but this is what it looks like: career, finance, relationships, spirituality, health, wellness, personal goals, lifestyle, buy slash experience. Now, I'm going to go and tell you what you should put down in this as well. Um, at least by my POV. The first thing that you should put down in your career is wherever you are right now. Say you are at a deputy manager, you are at a manager, and you want to be a team lead, or you want to be a manager, or you want to start your own company, or you want to start your YouTube journey or Instagram journey, or be an influencer. That's your career. That's something that you want to do, say like a 9 to 5. That's at least what I think of when I say a career. Put that down in your career. Say, I like, you can even put, I want to quit my 9 to 5 and do content full time, be a content creator. That is something that goes into your careers blank. You can put other things like, promotions, or what kind of appraisal you want, what kind of money you want to buy, what kind of money you want to get. If you are trying to change your job, what kind of job you want. Like, every time I change my job, I have like 5 6 things that I need from that particular job. Unless other than that, I will not change the job. Like, I would put things under, like, if I want to change a job, and I'd put things like maybe work from home, maybe Monday to Friday work week, like work life balance, really good people, kind people to work with, um, good salary that makes me genuinely happy, flexible working hours, really good relationship with your manager, really good relationship with your colleagues, all of that. So, if you're especially trying to change your job in 2026, I would really urge you to go in detail of what do you actually want in the job that you're shifting into. The next one is finance. the biggest thing that I always put in finance is to get rid of all my debts. So I've recently bought an Aether, and it's on EMI, obviously. So this one, and it does get deducted like every month, right? But my thing is like, don't want any debt in my life, so that'll be something that I'll put under my finances, that I do not want any debt. The other things that I've seen other people do is they have an investment goal, that they want to say invest 10,000 rupees, 5,000 rupees, 8,000 rupees, whatever, 1,000 rupees as their investment goal. In that as well, I have seen people do, equity fund and debt and bonds and FD and SIPs and all of that details. I am not really great at it. I honestly just kind of go with the flow of, especially when it comes to investing. I have a couple of like companies that I believe in, and I just invest with them. So you need to figure out your investment goal, and you need to also figure out how you will invest. I have seen people that they invest in gold, like they actually buy their gold for their weddings, or they are saving for their brothers and sisters' weddings. So under finance, you should be writing that down. Getting rid of, maybe, like, these are things that you can write down, right? You can write about getting rid of your debts, paying off your student loans, paying off your bike loans, or like making sure you have enough money for like a flat change or like a house change, so having that deposit money, um, say paying off your certain amount of loans, investing a certain amount in your SIPs or mutual funds or FDs, maybe also having things like, okay, I want to buy a certain amount of gold. I think a lot of women actually think of that, especially when they are going to get married, and it's really nice. It's one of the nicest things that I've seen, because I remember till a very long point in time, women were being married off by their brothers and family, and they were the one who were giving gold to the daughter. But now that women are earning, they are making their own money and they're making their own gold. So if you're one of them, I'm so damn proud of you. I am proud of all the women out there who are doing stuff for themselves. So proud of you. All right, so two of the tic-tac-toes are taken care of, careers and finance. I will move into relationships. Relationships, I majorly want to talk about the relationship. I think three, four kinds of relationship that I personally think of when I talk about relationships. One is the relationship that you have with yourself. Second is the relationship which you have with your partner, specifically whoever you're dating, whoever you're married to, whatever that is. Relationship that you have with your close family members, because they are almost like friends. And the relationship that you actually have with your friends. So making time for your friends, family, yourself, your partner, all of that is important. So in your relationships, you will write, like I will write things like, hey, making time, like going on, say, 2 trips together, like hanging out once in a while, going out, whatever, drinking, or chilling with my friends, doing a picnic date. All of those things come under relationships. Even under relationships, that is something that I majorly think about all the time, is any relationship that I particularly want to cut off, any relationship that doesn't serve me anymore, that doesn't make sense for me anymore, that is not growing with me anymore, that doesn't have its purpose anymore. And if I need to cut somebody off, I will make that effort to either communicate it or cut people off. Also the relationship that you have with your work, also the relationship that you have with yourself, your brain, giving yourself enough amount of rest and taking care of yourself is very important. Relationship with yourself can also translate into, like, the relationship that you have with your body. um, Whether it is going to the gym, I mean, I'm trying my best. um, Whether it is meditating once in a while, journaling, all of that comes into relationships. Okay, so 3 boxes done, 6 more to go. Spirituality, I'm going to keep it very simple. Spirituality, like, if you go to a temple and you think you are the most spiritual person, you're not right. Because I have seen people who go to the temple and are disrespectful and rude, but people who have never stepped into a temple, but are the most genuine and kind people. So you need to figure out what your spirituality it is, what is your relationship with your God, with your universe, what kind of relationship do you in turn also want to have with yourself, what kind of relationship do you want to have with God, right? My mother has a relationship where she goes to a temple every week and she will put money in um, the kundi, what is it called, the money kundi thingy, whatever. Okay, it's not a bad word, it's what Konkani mein you call the handi, the money handi. Okay, so my mom has that relationship. I don't have that relationship. I would probably visit a temple once in a blue moon, but I will make sure that I pray every single morning to myself or to my universe or to whoever that I believe in, and always tell myself ki, hey, remember to remain kind, remember to remain gentle, remember to remain good to yourself and the people around you, because you want to believe that there are good people in the world. So spirituality is where you figure out what you actually want and what is the way you want to deal with things. um, all these years, right, all these years I've been making my vision board, I have never put spirituality in one of the important things, one of my grids. My grids used to be usually only like a 4 grid. This time it's a 6 grid. um, so I've never put spirituality in, but as I've gotten older, as I have gotten to see life overall, and especially after the move from Pune to Bangalore, I have felt a bigger connect with my universe, with a bigger connect with some of the gods that I believe in, a bigger connection with universe overall. So I have put spirituality down because I want it to be a part of my life. Spirituality also just like doesn't mean for me to go to a temple. It just means for me to ground myself, like physically ground myself, or just meditate and count my blessings. All of that comes into spirituality. All right. So we're done with career, finance, relationships, spirituality. The next one is health. Wow, the most important thing I believe in. You can have all the money, all the fame, everything in the world, but if you don't have health, you genuinely have nothing. So, under health, definitely add you starting the gym, you starting to meditate, you starting to do anything for your health. Maybe join a dance class. If you really want to lose weight this year, I would suggest lose it in a way that it actually makes you happy. Like, I know people who absolutely love to run, and it's not about losing weight for them, it's just about running for them, and it's quite amazing. And it's really nice to see. And there are some people in my dance class that I see, like, for them it's just dancing. They just find dancing so much more, so much fun. And the weight loss or the health gains that comes from all of these physical activities just comes as a plus from whatever they are, wherever they are. So find an activity that makes you happy. I know a friend of mine who like hates every kind of sport out there, but she's fallen in love with paddle, and what is it called, the one that is like tennis but like more pickleball. Yeah, she's fallen in love with pickleball, and for her it is more like dressing up and going and having fun. So yeah, like, make that relationship with some kind of sport which will just make you happy, and it'll also keep your mind fresh. I genuinely feel like for health, you need to do some kind of workout that makes you sweat. So 30 minute of active workout, whether it's like a one of these cult classes, cult. Okay, if you can invest money, and if you're especially in Bangalore, if you're in a city, I definitely think you should go for cult, because I have this was the first time I've invested in cult. I think I bought it in March, and like, not sponsored at all. Like, I would love to be sponsored with them, I would love to work with cult. So they have like different things, right? They have dance fitness, they have yoga, they have strength, burn, boxing, roar, normal gym. So they give you like 7 things that you can do from your gym membership, which is crazy. And most of these places, right, all of these places, they have like a trainer in place. So even if you know nothing, like I know zero thing about gym, but I still end up going there and learning a thing or two. And there's already always somebody who's able to guide me. See, any muscle gain that you see that is there in me from Pune to here is only because I've been going to gym consistently without fail, because cult makes it easier for me, and it is also enjoyable because I can do multiple things. I don't have to I'm a person who gets easily bored, so I am able to do whatever whenever I want to do. And especially for women, I believe during our periods we can't do like heavy stuff. We can't really do like lifting things and just difficult things. On those days I personally want to go and just do like a light yoga session, or I would just go and do a fun dance session, because it just helps me with my mind, it just clears my head up a little bit. And even on the days I don't want to do anything, I'll just go to one of these gyms and just run for 30 minutes and come back. So yeah, I know that I spoke relentlessly about cult, and cult better sponsor me one day. Like, I want to be a cult model, or I want to work with cult full time, or I want to do like sponsorship deals with them, because I this is a company that I would absolutely love to work with, and I absolutely enjoy. All right. So health, health. Me one more thing that you can add is obviously, like, if you want to get into dieting, if you want to get into something that makes your physique much more better than what it is currently. Like, I know some people who get onto like strict diets and it really does work for them. For somebody it really does. For me, I just don't feel like it. I just don't feel like I need a strict diet, but I still do feel like doing that 30-minute workout where you sweat a lot is really good for you. Okay, so the fifth box is over. We're going to move on to the next one, which is wellness. I'm also going to go ahead and look for the things that I've written, so that I don't miss out on anything. I want to be able to I want anybody who is watching this video to be able to look at my notes or look at this live and build their own uh, yep, build their own vision board, only if you need it. Okay, the things that I've also written down in my health specifically is maybe challenging yourself to do probably like a marathon, or things like hydraulics, or a devil's circuit, or all these fun things that are happening around. Or maybe also telling yourself ki, oh, you need to gain a certain weight, or you need to be able to pick up like a 10 kg dumbbell. Like, that is one of my things for this year. I have picked up a 5 kg dumbbell. I've picked up a 7.5, but not 10, because it's too heavy for me. So that's one of my goals this year. So these are things that you can write down under health. Wellness. Wellness. So that was about physical health. So health. And the next one is your wealth, which is wellness. Um, in this, I am talking about your mental wellness. Honestly, this was one of the things that I used to never put on one of my vision boards, because I never thought it was that important. But the older you get, the more that you realize that the women specifically go through a lot of stress. Like, a lot of women that I talk to, right? I've been very fortunate to have women friends. Anything that they talk about, thyroid, hair fall, weight gain, all of these things, all of these issues, or just like a lot of general things that women go through, comes from hypertension. And because they are too stressed, because women tend to take a lot of stress generally, which is something that we need to work on women, especially in 2026 and for the years to come. So figure out what works for you. Like, for me, a little bit of gratitude exercise really works. A little bit of um, just mindfulness really works. Grounding really works. Doing a couple of surya namaskara works. A little bit of oil in my hands and just a little bit of feet massage really works. It really grounds me. So you need to find these things that bring your wellness to the right place. Here I've written down like sudarshan kriya, which is something that I think it's done by Art of Living. That's something that I want to do this year. And I also wrote this Vipassana. I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but I these are things that are already there in my mind. I've already researched of things that will help my wellness, specifically mental health and mental wellness. I also make a note of who are draining me, who I need to cut off, I need to talk less about. If I catch myself talking shit about myself, like if I say things like, oh, I'm growing old, I immediately put a positive spin on it and say, I'm growing old, like, but getting wiser. I am richer now. I feel more confident in my body. I am the most healthiest that I've looked ever, and all of that, right? So you need to catch yourself with your own toxic traits and fix it right there and then, because it has a mental impact on you. Every time you are being toxic to yourself, like every time you're saying shitty things like, oh, my hair is looks like a lunatic, or whatever. I've seen people say, oh, I'm stupid, and it is, I don't know how normal it is for people to say it, but I feel very offended by the fact that people feel that it's very easy to say, oh, I'm stupid. I would never accept that, because you need to treat yourself with respect and then expect that other people will do it for you. So you need to have that experience, you need to have that with yourself. All right, great. uh, Hmm, thank you, Ravi. Hindi, please. No, I really can't do a lot of Hindi. So great. Okay, I'm from Kashmir. Where are you from? I am from Goa. I am currently in Bangalore. Okay, so we are on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've done with the 6 grids. I will just go through all of it again: careers, finance, relationship, spirituality, health, and wellness. The next one, which is one of my favorite things that I can talk about, and I can talk on and on and on and on about these things, which is personal growth. Now, personal growth is one of the biggest factors, I think, in everybody's life. This is one thing I personally started in 2020 and I haven't looked back. Mm, I would love to come to Kashmir. Sadly, I've never come to Kashmir. My bhaiya bhabhi have come to Kashmir for one of their like trips, and they have fallen in love with it. And I cannot wait to get to Kashmir. Okay, personal goals. Okay. In your personal goals, you can write things like, hey, I want to keep journaling every day. I want to do my meditations. I want to be able to do my digital detox. I want to make time for my hobbies like dancing or singing, or just like watching movies, or learning an instrument. My personal goal this year is to read 12 books, which I used to do before, but I got busy in my whole life. So we're going to get back at it. So in your personal goals, you can write anything that makes you better in your personal life. Like even like I have seen people who find it very difficult to talk in front of the camera. So one of my friend's personal goals is to talk in front of the camera for 5 minutes every single day, not to post anywhere, it's just for him. Talk in front of the camera for 5 minutes every single day, and hopefully by the end of this month I will see him be more confident in front of people. One of my friends personal goal is to dress better, so she is taking time to go on Pinterest and pin a couple of clothing items that she already has, and learning how to style them better. That's something that I also try to do sometimes. So these are the things which lead you to personal growth, and I am obsessed with personal growth. I genuinely sometimes feel that personal growth is much more higher and bigger than professional goals. You need to be so in tune and such a big cheerleader for yourself. You need to have such a big relationship with yourself to have personal goals and to actually stand up for them. I read one of somewhere I read this somewhere where they were saying ki if you like a guy, if you have a crush on someone and they ask you out on a date, you would definitely go, right? Like you wouldn't say no to them. Then when you make plans with yourself, whether it's a solo date or whether it is reading or workout or journaling or whatever, why do you cancel on yourself? Do you not respect and love yourself enough? Do you not have the same respect for yourself that you have for the stranger guy that you just had a crush on or just you find adorable or cute? that is something that you really need to work on. Also really need to work on in 2026 is making time for my personal goals. Like I really randomly enjoy collecting like styling pieces and thinking of how to style them. Those are one of my hobbies, right? Cleaning my cupboard is one of my hobbies. I really enjoy it, and like decluttering, having my room clean, it's one of the things that really make me happy. So I try and like make time for it as well. The other one, which is our um, eighth one on the grid, is lifestyle. All right, lifestyle. Again, one of my favorite things. Lifestyle is genuinely imagine if you have everything in the world, what is the kind of life that you would want to be? A luxurious house, a kind of clothes that millionaires wear, silks and cottons and khadis, and like taking flights every 2 days, taking international trips, traveling with your girl gang, dressing well, having like really clean skin and mind, protecting your place, protecting your space, being very comfortable with your body. Also, like take a minute to think about what you would want to do on your birthday. Like I know even if your birthday is in like December next year, or it is in November, like in end of the year, like mine is in June. So I will take a minute to think about what I want to do on my birthday. If I want to take a trip or if I want to do something, I will prepare for it in advance. So I at least know, okay, mentally I would probably need money, or I would probably need leaves or whatever. So just think about all of this thing. Lifestyle, you don't really have to live that lifestyle right now. Even when I used to live in back in Goa, and we did not have money, by the way, back then. We grew up very humble. I used to still imagine living in a city, having a job, having my own bike, having my own car, like working in a city where I am the boss, where people would listen to me, where I would have a fancy smancy office, where I would have a laptop, I would have a phone, and all of that. So I used to imagine that as a kid in Goa, and I think that's my power of manifestation, and also all of the freaking hard work that I put in to get here. I feel like I kept telling myself, because I deserve better, I want better, I want better. I gave myself that better. I put in that work to get here. So you need to constantly remind yourself what you deserve, and also start working on that, because when you keep telling yourself, okay, I don't deserve a 1 BHK, I deserve a 5 BHK where my whole family lives, your brain will also start thinking about, oh, okay, now I will start thinking about, hey, how can I afford that? How can I get better? How can I do that? Even with solo trips, right? I hadn't done any of my solo trips till 2020. 2020 was the first time I did my first solo trip. And in my solo trip was the first time I kept telling myself, I think since I was younger, I kept telling myself, I'm going to do a solo trip. I'm going to do a solo trip. I'm going to do a solo trip. And when the opportunity came, I just ran. I bolted. So you need to be telling yourself that you need better here, and also show those actions to do better. All right, great. And here is our last one, which is buy slash experience. I used to only write buy before because I thought only buying things would make sense. But honestly, experiences are important as well. So in my buy or experience, I write down things that I want to buy this year, say like a TV or a bike or a car or whatever. I would also write things like experiences, right? I would write a concert, I would write premium fashion, or I would write things like, a solo trip and all of that. I experiences that I want to have that will make my life better. So I will write all of that under experiences. So yeah, those were everything. This was my 9 grid way. Yeah, this was my 9 grid way to make your life better and make your vision board. But do not forget that you cannot make a vision board before the other things I spoke about. So I'm just gonna quickly go ahead and summarize everything in the next 30 odd seconds, 60 seconds, I hope. The first thing that you need to do is calm the fuck down, sit down and
do some exercises that calms your mind down, whether it is meditation or just some gratitude exercises or just some drawing exercises that calms you down. Secondly, take 2 3 pages and write everything that you want to write for whatever happened in 2025. Write the whole dump down and let it out of your brain, because yeah, you fuck up sometimes, it's totally fine, but you got to do better. Third things is make the 9 grid. Where's the 9 grid? Yeah, make the 9 grid. 9 grid will include career, finance, relationships, spirituality, health, wellness, personal goals, lifestyle, and buy slash experiences. Careers, you can include where do you want to work at, what brand do you want to work at, what brands do you want to work with. In finance, you can think about where you want to invest, how much you want to invest, what exactly you want to invest, how much debt you want to clear off, or you want to clear off all your debt. um, relationships relationships, you can talk about, okay, I want to be married or engaged or like anything else, like be in a serious relationship, in a loving relationship. How What kind of relationship you want with your family, what kind of relationship which you want with yourself, what kind of relationships with you want with your friends, like trip or something, you want to go on a trip or something, you can include there. Health, in health you can include your gym, your strength training, you want to maybe do a marathon, or you want to do one of those events and all of that. Under wellness, you will write it's about mental health, so you'll write maybe meditation, journaling, any of the body checkups or allergy checkups, or your full, like some yoga retreat or all of that. Under personal growth, you can write maybe journaling, digital detox, making time for your hobbies, reading certain number of books, whatever number of books. Under lifestyle you can imagine you have everything in the world, and you can start imagining what kind of person you want to be and kind of live up to it. Taking trips, dressing pretty, doing international trips, having pretty skin, so doing maybe skincare, protecting your space, like mental space and physical space. And also bonus, think about your birthday and what you want to do on your birthday or until your birthday. So because my birthday falls on June, which is exactly the half month, I sometimes put targets for myself for June as well, because it gives me a nice 6 month time to get there. Spirituality, the relationship that you have with your God, the relationship that you have with yourself, and how do you want to keep maintaining it. The next one is buyer experience. You have to figure out, um, like, what do you want to buy, what do you want to experience, what do you want to buy, say like 5 flight tickets and 2 concerts, or like some Apple product or laptop or phone or whatever. Great. I think it's one of my most amazing lives that I've done, because I cannot stop talking about all of this. I want to do a 15-minute live, but we are at 38 minutes right now, and it'll be 40 by the time I end up. Thank you so much for watching. It was a lovely talking to all of you. I hope the wisdom I embarked reaches to a few of you, and you take the effort to make your vision board. Oh, the last step is actually going on Pinterest, looking for all of these pictures that relate to everything that you wrote down, and slapping it on Canva and downloading it. Yeah, the last thing. And the other things that I also like to do is write everything down on like a piece of paper and cut it off every time it happens. I also do that sometimes on Excel sheet, so I can go back and check 2 years before, 3 years before. So yeah, go ahead and make your vision boards if you truly believe in it. And I hope everything on your vision boards come true, and universe or God gives you the strength to actually work hard on things that you believe in. Thank you so much for watching today's live. I will see you in the next one. If I added value into your life, please go ahead and subscribe. Loads of love. Tap for dash. See you in the next one. Bye. Ah!